I'm sure your marketing team points out how they're trying to troll you in the marketplace. Okay, I'm sure they're doing that. Can you bring this one clip? I know you were on, what do you call it? On, what was it? Bill Maher, and Bill Maher talked about the boots. I've seen you walk with these boots. Go ahead and play this clip. This on TikTok went viral. It doesn't have 1 million views. It doesn't have, 10 million views. This thing's got 1.2 million likes. And some people are wondering,
what are they? I don't even. I haven't seen that.
They've not shown this to you. Okay, no. What they're trying to say with this is that in your boots you have heels.
No.
That's what they're trying to say.
Those are just standard off the rack Lucchese.
How tall are you? How tall are you, Governor? How tall?
5'11".
5'11". Okay. Why don't you wear tennis shoes and dress shoes?
I do wear tennis shoes when I work out. Yeah, 100%.
You do.
Yep.
Okay. I got a gift for you. I'd love for you to wear. Okay, I shop at Ferragamo. Okay, and
I don't accept gifts. I can't accept it.
I totally get it.
I'm sorry.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. Guys, what in the hell is actually really wrong with Ron DeSantis? And what has happened, man? I honestly hate that we're making these sorts of videos about the guy. I'll be completely honest with you. I really, really like Ron DeSantis, and I believe in Ron DeSantis, and I think, honestly, he's a hell of a conservative, and I think he's an even better governor. But the man has got to go away from running for president. He's got absolutely no shot at becoming president this time around. And I'll get into what I'm saying in a moment, guys, but first, thank you so much to everyone that's been subscribing and leaving such great comments. Really very much appreciate you guys. We're building a great community. And if you haven't already, join us. Help us to continue to grow. Like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. Help us get our message out there. So I really do believe that Ron DeSantis is making some pretty epic mistakes. He was at his strongest like right before he announced. And then his announcement with Elon went totally haywire. And basically, he's been following bad advice from bad political minds ever since. And it's looking like he'll be probably third behind Nikki, a very, very distant third, behind Nikki Haley by the time Iowa even rolls around, which really, honestly, is tragic. Nikki freaking Haley, complete neocon, warmonger, probably a very, very dangerous person. And he's going to get passed by her, it looks like. And now, sadly, I can't believe that we're making this video, but now more people are actually making fun of Ron DeSantis than are actually supporting him for some of the craziest stuff too.
And this failure to gain any momentum has caused some problems for the candidate that some in the past have called short Trump. That attention is where all the attention on Ron DeSantis has been lately, not on his positions, but on the interesting boots he's been awkwardly strutting around in. The internet has become obsessed with these mystery boots and the theory they might contain lifts in the heel to make Ron look taller. Shoe experts have weighed in on the weirdly long Sideshow Bob-style toe box situation that maybe is because there aren't any toes in there. Maybe because the foot is back up on a stilt in the back, like stiletto high heels inside his manly man cowboy boots. It's all speculation, of course, not the type of thing anyone is seriously focused on. Add injury to insult, a new poll from NBC News and the Des Moines Register shows DeSantis now tied with a rising Nikki Haley.
I cannot believe that we're even talking about this, but this, I guess, honestly is like the depth of American politics. But at least the nicknames are good. They're finally clever. But here's the problem. Let me know in the comments if you know his nickname. And here's why we're actually talking about it. The man is desperate. He's so desperate now that he's going to all these liberal media outlets with his tail tucked between his legs, trying to get back in the fight, trying to get relevant or stay relevant or whatever. It's embarrassing. And he went on MSNBC with Joe freaking Scarborough, same people who called him a fascist not too long ago, doesn't bring it up, doesn't call him out on it. And he actually starts talking about how if Trump is convicted in any of these kangaroo courts, that DeSantis has already basically gone on the record as saying that he believes they're the result of a weaponized justice system. So he's already said that. But now he's saying that if Donald Trump is convicted at all on any of them, that should basically disqualify him in the eyes of Republican voters. The dude is freaking desperate.
It's interesting. Joe Biden may have spent a lot of time in his basement, but he'd climb out of that basement to debate other Democrats and Republicans.
That's true.
And Trump won't even get out of wherever he's staying.
Well, and also, you look back, Joe Biden did debate. You're right. That first debate against Biden, Biden beat Trump. I mean, I had a bunch of people. We were excited for it. And we were stunned at the end of that debate about how bad it was, and it did hurt his numbers, and I think had an impact on the election. So he needs to prove to Republicans that he's going to be somebody that's going to be able to be up there and get the job done. But you're right. When he's off the teleprompter now, you do see things where he's saying things about not voting, where he's saying things about, there was no way he was going to have Mexico pay for the wall. A lot of these different things. I think you got to go up there. You got to be able to speak from the heart. When we're out there campaigning, I'm not using a teleprompter. I'm just out there speaking and telling people what I believe.
So what is your assessment now as we look at real clear averages that have you down 46 points to Donald Trump? You've been much closer at the beginning. What's your assessment of the way this campaign has gone over the last 6 months?
Well, look, Willie, when we got into the race, we were bracing for these indictments. I think it's helped him. I think it sucked out the oxygen, and we knew it was going to be a brutal summer. I was not somebody that thought nationally we were going to see major movement in those national polls. It's a state-by-state process. So we've worked really hard to lay the groundwork in all the early states. That's not necessarily something that shows up in a poll, but I think if you look at what we've done, we've built a foundation. Now we're in a position where we're in the home stretch. Most people still haven't made up their mind in Iowa and New Hampshire.
There are people, Governor, who say as they look at that Iowa poll we just had up there where you're still down 27 points that perhaps your theory of the case is to just hang in there, hang around, because if some of these indictments turn into convictions for Donald Trump, finally Republicans will abandon him. Is that a fair assessment?
Not really. I mean, I think so far all those cases have actually helped him because I think it has rallied support because I think people are sympathetic. But I think what you see, and I think Joe's right, in Iowa, he's got some hard support, but a lot of those people are looking at other candidates, and so their default is Trump. He's the most famous person in politics. We understand that. But when we get in there and show that we're a viable alternative, someone that will fight for them, but also fight smartly so we can win again as Republicans, and not just the election, but actually deliver on our promises and then lead with a positive vision to bring about a great America comeback. If we do that, we're going to be in good shape and we're going to be able to do it. But people are not locked in. I mean, that is very true. And in Iowa, I don't think they're locking in. New Hampshire, they're not locking in. So we're doing it. I'm not hoping for any type of special intervention. We're going to go win it by convincing the plurality of the voters that we're the best choice.
And you did say, Governor, at that August debate when the question was put to the entire panel, if Donald Trump is convicted, will you still, and he is the nominee, would you still support him? And you raised your hand. You're a lawyer. You've served in the Navy. You were well trained at the greatest schools. Do you really believe that a man who's convicted of, say, attempting to overturn the 2020 election or taking nuclear secrets back to his beach club, do you actually still, as we sit here today, believe that person should be president?
So I signed a pledge, Willie, and that pledge is what it is. Now, do I think somebody under those circumstances could get elected president? The answer is no. That will not happen. I think that Republican voters will understand that as we get closer to voting. But it would be fatal in a general election. And I don't think the party should nominate in that situation. However, I signed the pledge. I'm a Republican. I don't think it's going to come to that, and I think we'll get the job done like we need to. But the reality is I signed it, and that's what I did.
So you stand by that this morning?
Yeah, when I signed the pledge, I knew you never know what's going to happen. It's a crazy process. People make different decisions, and I think my point of view on it was, I'm participating in this process. I've got the plan to win. We're going to win. At the same time, it's like you can't just take your ball and go home. You can't on the one side of your mouth say the country's in decline, Biden's failing, and on the other hand say, I'm just going to pout if things don't go my way. So that was kind of my rationale for doing it.
Interesting.
So there you have it, man. I mean, I like the guy. I love the guy. He's great. He's done a great job. He's a very, very smart individual. Served our country. But man, dude, he's all over the place. I mean, in the same sentence, he says he can't catch Trump because the witch hunt indictments have actually helped Trump so much. But then he says that the man is not electable if he gets convicted in any of the 4 witch hunts. Basically saying that if he is convicted Republican voters should flee, should run somewhere else. Where that is, he's not really saying, because he's not making a good, pitch for himself, honestly. And guys, that's just not going to happen. And it doesn't make sense to even say that the indictments have helped him, but a conviction would hurt. Another thing that really doesn't make sense is DeSantis is his strategy from the very start. Why would he come out attacking Trump? Did he really honestly think that he was going to be the first person in almost a freaking decade to successfully attack Donald Trump? Literally nothing that anyone else has been able to say or do has gotten anywhere near to looking like a successful attack. How in the hell did he think that that was going to play out? And whoever told him to do it, Ron, you got to fire that guy. He's not worth the millions and millions that your powerful puppet donors are giving him. And how did he think that going on MSNBC was going to play out either? Now he looks and sounds just like a skinny Chris freaking Christie. That's all he is now. At least, I mean, no, he's more than that, but that's what he looks like. Where was his MSNBC appearances when they were calling him a racist, backwoods bigot for trying to keep books about blowjobs out of the hands of kids? But anyway, the dude is putting himself way behind the 8 ball. And here's the worry. He's not just hurting himself now. He's making himself irrelevant for the future. Whoever is helping him make these decisions has got to go. But anyway, guys, that's just my take. Let me know yours in the comments. I know we got a lot of DeSantis supporters in the comments, and that's great. Let me know if you think I'm wrong or what you think is actually going to happen. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. And we'll see you in the next one.